What's up, Fram? What is going on? Hello, y'all out there? How y'all doing on this Tuesday? Welcome. You are watching FMZ, Framily Milestone, or Framily, the Framily Agenda, of course, but we're talking about hot topics today. Thank you all for joining. We apologize for being a little late. We have some technical difficulties on today, but we're going to keep pressing on our way. Again, thank you all so much for joining on this live. We got some great things we're going to talk about today. I know you all are ready in those comments so we can talk about the things of the things. So first of all, if you please, right now, if you're on Facebook, hit the follow button. If you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Follow us on Instagram, on TikTok, the Framily Agenda. We're also on Twitter with the Framily Agenda. So go ahead and do that now so you can go ahead and know when we're going live or we have a video up for you all. So again, thank you all for tuning in. So let's bring my people on. What's going on? I got Barney. I got Quinay.
Hey, Fram.
What's good? What's going on? It's so good to see you all. First and foremost, we just want to get some housekeeping rules. Of course, we have our big sister, Auntie Tay. She is out on sea at sea. She's out there. Right. She's out there cruising. Nelly J, she is getting some things together on the back end. So hopefully she'll join us within this video. So are y'all ready?
We ready.
Let's roll.
All right, first with introduction. Go ahead and introductions. Quinay and Barton. Quinay, you want to go first?
Hey, everybody. I'm Quinay. I am the creator and the host of the Framily Agenda. That's the other side of the podcast. But this segment is all BKyle, and we're just excited that we're expanding the Framily Agenda platform and doing big things. I'm excited.
Yo, what's up, Fram? I'm BJ, the motivator. Typically, I will be bringing you your motivational quotes and uplifts throughout the podcast, but tonight it's all about BKyle and the hot topics.
Hot topic. Oh, I'm excited. Oh,
are y'all excited?
All about tea tonight.
I got my coffee. I mean my tea, lemonade.
Yeah,
that'll work.
A great windy wind and say, "How y'all doing?"
How you doing?
So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get in these topics. We got a few topics that we're gonna discuss tonight. First on the docket is going to be Jamie Foxx. So before we get into that, we're gonna show you a quick video. So listen to that.
First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody that's prayed, man, and sent me messages. I cannot even begin to tell you how far it took me and how it brought me back. I went through something that I thought I would never ever go through. And I know a lot of people were waiting, or wanting to hear updates, but to be honest with you, I just didn't want you to see me like that, man. I want you to see me laughing, having a good time, partying, cracking a joke, doing a movie, television show. I didn't want you to see me with tubes running out of me and trying to figure out if I was gonna make it through. And to be honest with you, my sister Deidre Dixon, my daughter Corinne Marie saved my life. So to them, to God, to a lot of great medical people, I'm able to leave you this video. I cannot tell you how great it feels to have your family kick in such a way. And y'all know they kept it airtight. They didn't let nothing out. They protected me. And that's what I hope that everyone could have in moments like these.
Well, that is
Wow.
the latest video of Jamie Foxx. He finally came out to provide some words of his current condition. As you all know, or some of y'all who may not know, Jamie Foxx had a medical, they call it a medical complication that happened back in April. He never has even said what it was, but people
He had
are
a stroke.
assuming that it was, that people are assuming that he had a stroke. So again, that video just recently, just letting you all know, saying thank you for all the prayers and all of that. It even got to a point where that they were saying that Jamie took a turn for the worse, and especially of us in the Black community, we already know what a turn for the worse means. That means they almost out of here.
Yeah, and I think that's what the issue was, is because we were left to our own assumptions. The people were left to their own assumptions, and you know what happens when you left to your own assumptions? It's like you just make up things, and that's what eventually happened. I heard he was at Grady. I heard he was at Northside, and he had a stroke. Then I heard he died. I mean, it went so far left. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But you could tell he was sick.
Oh, absolutely. I think he's definitely has, you can see it, he's definitely lost some weight. That's as Courtney Ward has said, as grandma said, thank you for Jesus.
Thank you, God, for Jesus.
Right. Yep. So posing a question, do you feel like that Jamie should have put out a video out earlier to stop people from assuming, or should he just respect his privacy?
Y'all want me to respond?
No, BJ, motivate the people.
At the end of the day, celebrities, no matter what your status is in the community, right? I think when it comes to your personal life, you deserve the privacy, or you deserve to share or control that narrative. So no, for me, I think I would have wanted, if it was me, I would have wanted my friends, my family to do the same exact thing. Because at the end of the day, it's nobody's business but Jamie's in that moment. And when he's ready to share, as he was, or he may not have been, maybe he was just tired of people asking about it, and just felt like, let me just go ahead and say something. But he deserved that privacy. He deserved that privacy.
Can I play devil's advocate, BKyle? Do you give me permission?
Absolutely. You have the floor.
So I want to play a little devil's advocate to BJ's comment. Do you feel, I don't even want to pose it as a question. I feel that celebrities have to understand that because they're in the limelight, they also are sharing their life. And so even if he doesn't share all the details, as a person of the public who likes Jamie Foxx, who's concerned, you've been in the public eye for over 30 years, majority of my lifetime, I want to know if you're okay. And so issuing a statement as a public figure, you issue a statement about everything else. If he win an award, if he got married, or if his daughter got married, or whatever the case may be, you do that. So why not share general? I'm not saying tell me all the juicy details about what's going on, but I kind of want to know, are you okay? He didn't say anything, so I get it.
But his daughter did, though, and I just felt like that still wasn't enough for people. Like,
she waited too long. She said she waited after people started saying, "Okay, what's going on, Jamie? Where are you at? What's going on? Are you okay?" And then she finally said, my dad is not dead. That's all she said.
I mean,
yeah, I don't think
that's enough for me. I just agree. Oh, by the way, hey Nelly J, thank you.
Hey Nelly J.
I still hold by that. Like I think everybody deserves a level of privacy, and that narration should be controlled by Jamie or whoever he says, when whoever it was that was responsible for speaking on his behalf.
I agree. I think that his daughter issued a statement. I mean, when she was ready to issue a statement, it's not on us to give people a timeline on when they want to let us into their lives. Like, and then her saying that he was okay when people, and I think the only reason why she even said something when she did was because people were making up and she was trying to clear the air. But even with his daughter, whether we thought it was on time, I just feel like because it wasn't done in the way that society feels like they wanted to receive it, they were still gonna have something to say.
I still don't agree. I personally feel like as a family, and I can bring it close to home. Y'all know I can bring it close to home.
Yeah.
My dad is low-key Atlanta famous and beyond. Like, y'all know how I am about transparency in this platform. And I still felt that as a daughter of a father who was going through certain things, it was very important for us to take ownership of the narrative. I'm not saying people need to know every single detail of my dad's sickness or what the doctors were saying or what happened, but I did not want to leave people to their own narrative and their own devices. And Bishop Quincy Carter was dead and he wasn't. And so I took it, and I mean, each person is different. Everybody is different, but I also feel like we and my family felt the same way, that we owed some type of announcement to say, okay, Bishop is sick, and Bishop, please send your prayers. But there was something that came from the family, and I know BKyle want to keep us moving, but it was something from the family that said, he's okay. Keep praying. He is sick, but he's okay. Y'all just keep praying. And I think anybody in a public figure or a person that's a public figure kind of has a little bit of responsibility to the people that either follow, watch, or support them. Hey, DeMarlo.
Just to jump in some of the comments. Like Jonathan, just as you see on the screen, we are not entitled to specifics, as you just said, Renee. I think sometimes it just comes to, if something is going on that people are just assuming things, just put out something as general as he's doing okay or what may have you. You don't have to go in, somebody he's in surgery or his left side is numb and he can't hardly walk. I don't think that's not necessary.
Yeah, and again, I'm sure we got to move on, but I mean, it's,
give me 5 minutes.
Because I'm like you. Like when my dad passed away, like I literally had to tell a close family member to not say anything because he was a pastor and his church did not deserve to find out via social media. But at the same time, as a son, I needed a moment too. And so as Jamie's daughter, she probably just needed a moment. She may not have had all of the details, and just did not, but let me just say something, I don't know. I hear both sides, but
I hear both sides. I definitely hear. I'm with you too. BJ, you definitely have points, and I'm with both sides. And as children of pretty big figures in our communities, we kind of know what that looks like. And I do agree. Like it wasn't an immediate response, but there was a response. And I guess her response was that my dad is not dead, and I get it because that was me. But I also think that even after he was okay, there still wasn't anything said. And I think that's where all the backlash came, even afterwards. And that's why he even made jokes. We only showed a portion of that, but he even made jokes about, y'all gotta give me time. I know y'all saw me in the streets and I still ain't said nothing. I'm sorry. I'm fine, But I get it. I'm sorry, BK. Okay.
But no, I think too, like I said, we can move on after this, but I think too, Jamie Foxx has always been a person of privacy. As we don't even know until the paparazzi catches it, we don't know about his personal life. Like I remember that he was dating Katie Holmes. And then we didn't know that until the paparazzi was catching it. Jamie Foxx has just always been a private person. So I'm sure his family was like, okay, how should we handle this? But again, to co-founder point, where's the publicist? Because this is the publicist's job to do that. So But yeah,
I love the comments. It's a lot of like both sides of the fence.
Yeah.
And I see Jonathan said, you know, it's just a preference thing. It's what the family
Mm-hmm.
wants. Ultimately, it's what the family wants. We can say what all we want to say, but ultimately, it's the family's.
Sorry, Marco.
I know. Marco.
But God bless him.
Well, God bless him. And on that note,
Right. On that note. Okay, moving on. Our next topic is as some of you who may or may not know, there's a current writer strike that is going on in Hollywood. So let's go and play that video.
No contract, no peace!
For the first time in 15 years, more than 11,000 movie and television writers in Hollywood's Writers Guild went on strike.
This is absolutely an existential moment for the writing profession.
We want to ensure that working on The Handmaid's Tale isn't the last good job that any of us has.
The decision brought productions to a halt and dealt a blow to an industry that's been rocked by the pandemic and the new ways people watch movies and television.
The industry is saying, we're still not sure where this is going. We're losing money on these businesses. This is not the time to be trying to squeeze us.
As hundreds of writers from Los Angeles to New York took to the picket lines.
Well, so with this writer strike, it is going to delay a lot of your favorite shows, a lot of your movies, you know, because we're so used to, especially in the fall time, all of our especially scripted shows coming out, such as like Grey's Anatomy and things of that sort. But simply they're just asking for, you know, everything is moving to streaming now. And so they're not getting any compensation for streaming. And it's something that I feel that they should definitely be compensated for. I think that they deserve a piece of the pie. And it's not only the writers, it's the actors too now. So it's just a lot going on. So a lot of the studios are like, they're going to cave in eventually. They're going to eventually run out of money to pay their bills. So they're just going to come back with no agreement. But the writers are be like, no, we want what we want. And so my question to y'all, what do you all think about that? Do they deserve what they, you know, what they deserve?
I absolutely think they deserve to be paid, and they should be paid their worth, whatever that is. Like, you know, I'm not a writer, I'm not a producer, but when I log on every day to my job, I want what they agreed to. And not just that, but everybody is deserving of a reconsideration of your current salary. And these people work hard. Like, they work hard to entertain us. I mean, we just got done talking about Jamie Foxx. Right. He getting paid. So somebody's writing a script, whoever's getting paid behind the scenes sometimes work harder than the actual people that are in the movie or the show. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I just want to, don't mess with Grey's Anatomy. Like, I need to see it come to its full fruition before Shonda decided to take it off. So, you know,
I mean, it's also, you know, I do love Grey's because I keep up, but it's other ways they can kill people out. I'm tired of people dying in car accidents.
Aren't they dying? I'm like, come on,
everybody go out.
They better leave. What's my girl name? Weber Bailey. And
Bailey.
Leave Bailey alone. Okay.
Yeah, they're like the only remaining cast that's left. I know Courtney just said they work hard and we enjoy their shows on a daily. Run them, they check. That's right.
But the thing about it, like, they're running the checks, but they're running on the check. The check printing costs more than what they put on there.
I mean, that's true. That's true. But I'm just saying, as far as much as we stream, they should get some of that income. Like, I was just telling some friends of mine today, Barney and Britt, I get an email just about every week about them going up on my subscription. I got one today on Paramount. They said they're going up $3. YouTube TV, I got an email from them saying they're going up. So it's like they are making the money. They are making the money. Marco said they need to bring back the P-Valley. Yes, they do.
P-Valley was good.
Yeah, wasn't it good. On P-Valley that plays Mercedes, and she showed her check, and it was like $2.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. It costs more to print the check.
that's true.
Yeah.
Direct deposit or something. But I really didn't pay attention to, I didn't pay attention to it because I just always thought that everybody that was within production and whatever, capacity they served in made good money. But when they shined a light on this, I was kind of taken aback because how do you have all of these people who really make the show? Like, yeah, you have the actresses, the people that actually bring the vision, forth, but these people in the background, they play a huge part. They need to be compensated just as much, if not more, because it's theirs.
And I'll say this, shout out to them for standing strong, because this has been going on for months. I would have just went on back to work by now. Because let me tell you something.
Getting them bills every day.
Yeah. Their mortgages come every month. So shout out to them for standing strong.
Wow. We got great conversations around that. Hopefully they can come to some sort of agreement soon, because like we said, we definitely need those shows to come back that we enjoy and love.
Yep.
And now I'll say this, Jonathan had a good point. Like, where were the lawyers during the contract signing? Like, that's a good point. That's a good point. $2 on a check. That is a really good point. And I mean, I don't know what that looks like. Does it go up and down based on ratings or views or whatever? But I'm with you.
Yes, but Jonathan said they're on the union, the SAG after something like that. That's the name of their union, and Fran Dresser is the chairman of that union. But that's a good question. Yes, she is. There's a video out on her, but we got to move on. This next topic is a little bit. I don't want to say controversial as the last topic we'll talk about, but recently on the Today Show, our Roker, of course, is one of the hosts on the Today Show, and there was a segment that talked about how often you should bathe or take a shower, and dermatologists have said 2 to 3 days a week is all that you need. Which I think that is kind of crazy, but I think we do have a video on that. So production.
I'm so happy. All right, let's start with the first one, you guys.
How often to shower per week?
Yes. How many times do you think you should shower per week, according to dermatologists?
I bet they're going to say C. 5 times.
I'm going to say every day, even though I know it's
I don't care what they say. I'm going to say A.
Well, you guys are all wrong. The answer is actually B, 2 to 3 times per week.
There are 7 days in the week.
Yes, there are 7 days in the week. Now,
is that for kids or adults?
Again,
like adults smell.
So the consensus is 2 to 3 times per week, but it does depend on the person. I'm looking at Al's face like, what is this? It depends on the person, your lifestyle, your skin type, your
lifestyle,
age, your activity level as well. So if you're someone who has a laborious job, so you're a teacher or maybe you work in healthcare, you probably are showering more often than the normal person. Again, if you work out, you're also showering more often. At the end of the day, it's all personal preference, and I think the reason why—
Not if you come in contact with other people.
No, but I actually believe it. Like, I think for the sake of our skin, if we're talking to dermatologists,
yes,
like take out the other factors if you're worried about your skin health.
Exactly. So what they say is you have this natural bacteria that lives all over your skin. It's part of your microbiome, right? So you don't want to compromise that because it does help sort of protect you. And then there's other people who have skin issues, dry skin, eczema, rosacea. All these factors come into play, and when you're scrubbing and using soap and harsh detergents. I can't stop looking at Al. Yeah, it could get a little bit dicey.
Like 2 times a day or
but
something?
I shower twice a day.
That's too much.
At the end of the day, it's all personal preference. And you guys, there's this trend.
Y'all, Al Roker was sending me in this video. When I tell you his facial reactions were so funny. I mean, they should become gifts, like, for real. But like, how do y'all feel about that? I know that for me, when we was in the pandemic, when we was in the house, that may have been a time I may skip the day because I wasn't going outside. So I can openly admit that there was maybe a day where I didn't shower because I was in the house.
Yeah,
but,
you haven't done anything, so
right. That's what I'm saying. But if I'm outside and I'm being in contact with the people, or with how the weather is in Georgia, the humidity is crazy. So of course, I'm definitely 2 to 3 days a week is definitely just not the business.
It's not the norm. It's not the norm. And then personal hygiene is like once you get in these summer months, like here in Georgia, it's very important that you wash your behind.
That's like I think that they're looking at it as more of like a skin thing, but your underarms get to sticking out there a little bit, and then you need to wash your private areas. Like that don't need to be going.
Ladies, especially.
Like
Men.
That's nasty.
Men.
It's nasty. Period.
Yeah, wash your behind, people.
Cleanliness is next to godliness.
That's what they say.
And my grandmother, rest her soul, she told me to get in that shower and that tub every day, and I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna stand by. No, I'm good on that. It didn't hurt us again.
Yes, as far as some of these comments, Jonathan has said, I am I'm going to be all the way honest. I have read that before, and we are Americans. We kind of take personal hygiene, such as bathing with running water, for granted. No, that's true.
We definitely do.
We do.
I have some friends that a lot of West Indian friends that move to the States and say that we are ungrateful because when they have to go and take baths, they remember walking to like wells to collect water to come home to be able to do that. So being in a space where you got it at arm's length, arm's reach, and you just letting it just go to waste and want to sit somewhere stinking, that's nasty.
Absolutely.
And I hear that, like,
we need soap and water every day.
Yeah, like when you travel internationally, it is a difference. Like it is an adjustment. But I'm okay being an American and having running water. Like I'm okay with it. Like yes, we take it for granted. That's what we are. That's what we are. Like you need that water, get in that mouth and all them other crevices. Keep that going.
Everything.
All of it.
Sorry. Totally. It's all good. But yeah, I think we can all say that, being consistent with the shower is definitely the thing to do. They've even said that taking cold showers is better than taking hot showers too.
But let's go to John's comment because I got a son. Y'all know them kids be ducking baths and showers in the summer. When I tell you, I be having to almost put Matthew in a headlock to go take a shower. But if you don't get your and he'll play outside with the dog, he'll go running, sweat dripping, and go lay his butt in the bed.
All boys do that. Yeah, we've done it. Like I said, my grandma would take her fingernail, go down my back, and say, go back. Go back. You didn't get it good enough.
Not your fingernail.
You didn't get it good enough. Go back in there.
Keely said, if they're going by skin, wonderful people need to hit the water every day. Absolutely. Courtney said, oh no, my water has to be boiling when I shower. Oh no, that's got to be steaming.
I said I ain't there yet when it comes to them cold showers. I like mine pretty hot.
My husband, don't be putting my baby business out there and tell him to go take a shower. That's what you need to go tell him to take a shower now.
All right, great conversation. So moving on to the most controversial topic of all, that for the past couple of weeks, we've been debating so much, discussing so much. It's become a lot, like to the point where it's just like, okay, when is it going to be enough? And that is our Carlee Russell. Now, I'm sure everybody's heard about Carlee Russell because she's a 25-year-old young lady who pretty much hoaxed a kidnapping. She went out, she's in Alabama, and she thought, she claimed, we can't even say allegedly at this point because she's already said that she made it up. So this is not even an alleged conversation. So she made this whole thing up about seeing a child on the freeway, on the interstate. She pulled over, and then she went off into the woods or something. And next thing you know, a couple days later, she showed up at her doorstep at her parents' house. So There's been a lot of talk going on with that. Even her boyfriend has issued a statement supporting her at the beginning and then shaming her at the end, rightfully so. So what do you all think about this whole situation? Like, it's a lot.
This how we feel. You don't see our faces with her line.
So let me just ask this. Let me just ask this. So, do you all feel that she should serve jail time?
I don't think what's the point of her serving jail time?
So the point is, right? Somebody needs to be made an example, because you don't want people to continuously falsify these types of situations when there are real live Black women who are missing and never make it home. And so being in a space where you got all of this national attention, the Jamaican Gleamer posted it on their Instagram about Carlee. Like, it's international at this point. It's embarrassing. And who's to say somebody's not going to do it again because of that?
So we posed this question. I do want to bring this up. We posed this question on our Instagram page. Y'all go over there and follow our Instagram at the Framily Agenda. We posed this question and we had 37 amazing comments. Thank y'all so much for participating in our poll. 91% of y'all said yes, period, she needs to serve jail time. Only 9% said no, she did not mean to do it. So I just want to put that out there. And we see the comments coming in. DJ said, I think she should have to volunteer for 2 years with the sex trafficking organization.
That's a good idea.
It is.
I mean,
I think they need to put her butt behind the cell.
I think she should have community service. I do think she should be fined. I think there should be some type of financial obligation for her, because a lot of money was spent and hours were spent looking for her. I think there's a deeper issue from a mental health perspective that she needs to consider. But I don't think there's why are we putting her in jail? For what reason? What purpose is that going to serve?
She can recoup that money in jail too. When people go to jail, they work. They be making them tags that go on y'all cars, and they give our money back. But a lesson needs to be learned in this. Like, there are people that
can be fine.
You said she what?
She's a doctor. She's a doctor. She can give us some money from that check.
Would you want her to be your doctor?
They ain't got nothing to do with me. Like Nini said, how I get it.
She gonna tell you she saw something on your X-ray, and she gonna be like, "Oops, I'm sorry."
I'm just sorry. I think for me, I think about the bigger, like the root cause of it. Like from the very beginning, I will say this. I was telling people, I kept saying, "Where is the toddler?" Nobody wanted to listen to me. I kept saying, "Where is the toddler? And where are the toddler's family?" And then when the chief of police said, based on her phone, she drove 600 yards from the first phone call to wherever she ended. I'm like, now a 3 to 4 year old person cannot walk. Where is the toddler's parents? That was that.
But you know what? I just have to say. I just have to say, I just hate that in the result of that she brought these other people, like her. She had her parents go on live TV and lie for her. Well, mainly her mother, because her dad was like,
he wasn't feeling it.
Yeah,
So BKyle, you think the parents knew?
Absolutely. I think they did. She said when the news reporter said, did she fight for her life? And then the mama said she fought mentally and physically. How?
Her daddy was like,
she may have fought mentally.
She had to mentally come up with that story. So she was fighting
she didn't think
with herself. I'm trying to make it make sense. Because y'all don't want to put her butt in jail. So I'm trying to make sure y'all understand. What you say, sister?
Lock up.
Oh, I was big sister here. She
put her in jail.
She got
So
money, and then y'all know Crime Stoppers raised almost $60,000, and they initially said they was gonna refund those people who donated that money, and then they came back a couple hours later and said you're not getting your money back.
They're not getting their money
Oh,
back.
exactly.
They are not getting their money back.
So I know Barney had mentioned about, something mental. Courtney said, I just don't believe she has mental issues. She had this whole plan concocted in her head that went left, and now you're caught. Mental health is the first thing that we go to, but her mental was healthy enough to create this extreme getaway plan.
Courtney, God bless you in your comments.
I still think that's a mental. There's something deeper that we don't know about.
Don't they got psychologists in jail?
Absolutely. She
said it was the wig for me. It was the wig.
Went to Target and got snacks.
No, but I do.
In all seriousness, in all seriousness, I do think that whether the law will agree with it or not, I think it did damper or put some type of a different perspective on the community when it comes to somebody missing, right? They legally, they won't say that, in the public's eye, but I do think it will impact some kind of way, unfortunately. But I don't know. I think there's something bigger than that. And if our parents are in it, maybe it's running down the line, running the family. I don't know. Something wasn't right. Something was not right. Like, for her to be who she is and create this entire story and stick by it until she couldn't, there is something else there. And I'm glad she's safe. I wouldn't have wanted anything to happen to her. Like, I wouldn't want anything to happen to my friends. But yeah, I don't think it should just be ignored. But I also don't understand. I don't know about that jail. I don't know about that jail.
I honestly think this is the thing.
Jail.
What'd you say, Nelly J?
Britt said that Jesse went to jail.
Jesse went to jail. What was the other two?
So
it was some more people that went to jail. No, it wasn't just Jesse. See, the thing is that when you lie and the resources that you are utilizing are wasted on your lie, then there has to be some type of consequence. Like, we know, we've been raised that way. When you do something wrong, there's consequences for your action. And I don't think her doing just community service is enough. Like, we legit thought this girl, especially in the time where sex trafficking, abductions of African-American women are at a rise, and you up here playing with us and playing with our emotions. And I think for me, the only reason why it was such a big deal is because she brought a baby into it.
Yeah.
And said, oh, a baby. It was a baby walking on the side of the road by himself, and I went to help him. So now, not only were you kidnapped, but where's this baby? That's why people were like, and it's in Alabama. What was it? Miss Alabama?
Mm-hmm.
Some small dirt road in Alabama?
Yeah.
That's a problem.
And then, BJ, just a question, right? I know you're saying no jail time, but imagine being a victim of sex trafficking and being a person who was actually missing, and then feeling like the resources that were used to try to locate Carlee were not given to you when you were actually dealing with what you were dealing with. And then even coming out of that, seeing this story, and then just seeing Carlee be given a slap on the wrist and saying, oh, she has some mental issues, let's just have her go and sit and talk to somebody and we move on. As a victim, I would be pissed off, because
that's a good point. You're right.
Disciplinary action needs to be taken so that people know that this is not a joke.
But is jail the only option, though? That's my thing. Why does it have to be jail? Like,
I think sometimes I
don't know what else it could be, but
I
don't know.
What's that girl that was I forget her name, forgive me, but she had gotten locked up for killing the person that was her, like, her, or killing her sex trafficker. She got jail time, right, for defending herself against somebody that had taken her against her will. The state locked her up for that, but to have somebody falsify it, you know, I just feel like I don't care what any of that. I feel like she really needs to learn the severity behind her actions.
I get that.
I agree. And I think it kind of sends a message too. I mean, if you're the person that says she deserves jail time, again, that just goes back to sending a message out for those people who may think of doing this. Because you just can't go and make your, first of all, you called 911. You called 911. And so to make this whole story up, it's just not a positive message to send to anyone, especially if there's something that is more serious, who, you know, for someone who's more serious about making these claims, that, you know, for someone who that it has actually happened to. So I hate it for you, but there also was a debate about this situation being compared to Jussie Smollett. So, which I think Barney
is it time for verses? Is it time for verses? Barney, BJ. Yeah. I mean, my thing is that it's definitely some more multiple cases. Jussie is just one of the popular ones because everybody was on their Empire kick at that time, and I think that's really why he became such big news. And it just didn't make no sense for him to do that. But I mean, there are so many other cases where we've seen people lying for just no reason, and I mean, we can even go left on that. But this case is just one of those times where I just feel like she needs to take time, sit down, talk to some people in jail. Can we go to the comments? Because it's some good stuff in here. We're gonna have to scroll up to read these comments.
I need to talk. Are you gonna ask about Jussie? Because you know.
Yes, brother.
I'm all about privacy, right? And I feel like Jussie has done what he's done, right? Whatever he's serving his time, he's paying for it. I don't like the fact that people brought him back up in this situation. Like, I think people have been forgiving. I think we need to leave him out of it. He had nothing to do with this. Don't like Portia told Phaedra, you use me as a pawn. leave people out of it. Let them, like, you know, rebuild their character and all of that. He had nothing to do. I didn't like it. I didn't.
We didn't forgave Jussie. We didn't forgave your friend Jussie. We forgive your friend Jussie, brother.
It's Jussie, not Jussie.
It's juicy. That's what Dave Chappelle said. It's juicy smoothie. Juicy. That's his name.
Let that man. Thank you. Yeah, like, we haven't forgot, Jonathan. Thank you. We forgive. We didn't forget. But he had nothing to do. He did not have anything to do with this situation. And for social media to start tagging him back in that, I personally didn't like it. Because I want somebody to keep doing my past.
I think it's honestly just comparison. Like, you know, one of the things is that when you post something on social media, it doesn't go away. And we say that all the time on our platform, where be careful what you post, be careful what you say, be careful what you type, because once it's there, it's out there forever. Absolutely. And so here we are with another situation, and the comparison, not that we haven't forgiven Jussie and really honestly moved on, but there is a comparison because here we are, another Black person that has lied to authorities about something, and then that's the comparison. I mean, Carlee definitely went a little bit further, bringing the baby and the toddler into it, but at the same time, it's still that. I think that's why he came up.
1994.
And then just give him. The thing for me, I have a hard time when it's like the community against the people in the community. So more specifically, Black people creating this trend again against Black people. Like, I don't know. I feel like we need to do more uplifting than we do. And
Doctor.
Say what? Higher.
I said, Dr. April Coswell, he set the standard. She had to go higher.
She definitely went higher, sister. Yeah, she went higher.
So she had to pull out.
And
she had to pull out that big joker.
saying, BKyle.
Right. She threw that thing on the table and said,
about that.
There's some good comments in here, though. There's some good comments. It's some good comments. Yeah. I don't know. Again, at the end of the day, I think we should just always try to be uplifting. I do think everything deserves a consequence. There is a consequence. You know, I put a comment out there. Y'all went hard on this, but y'all didn't go hard on them red calls.
On what?
And then what, brother?
Them 3 calls in the parking lot. Y'all ain't saying that about that.
What 3 cars?
All right, switching gears.
3.
Y'all
Oh my
funny.
God.
I
Yeah,
mean, it's a good conversation. I mean, Carlee, we can go either way with this whole thing. Jail, no jail, consequence, but definitely no consequence. She has to learn her lesson. She has to. This was crazy.
And I'm wondering, like, is this I'm sorry, go ahead, Melody.
Do you think she's going to come forward eventually to make a statement because people want to hear from her?
I don't want to hear from her.
You don't want to hear from her?
I don't think so. I think the confession. I don't want to hear from her either, but I feel like her opportunity was the confession, and she didn't take that. And so, at this point, what are you coming forward to do? What are you?
Right.
You gonna say I'm sorry?
I would be interested to know, you know how sometimes like when kids are not given consequences as they're growing up and they grow up making those kind of same mistakes, I wonder if there's a pattern that we don't know about or we've not, heard about. Maybe there's a pattern of that kind of behavior, not this specifically, but, doing things without a consequence or doing things and being coddled or, forgiven.
But my thing, if it's all about, if they're saying that she did this to get her boyfriend back, then I think that, of course, was just the wrong way to do that. Like, you went to the absolute extreme for your man to accept you. I mean, I just think that at the end of the day, why?
He issued a statement.
Yeah.
He issued a statement and said that she was disgusting. So,
yes,
he's not on her side anymore.
Speaking of
literally not on her side.
Yeah, his statement says, I was straight tunnel vision even when I would get on social media on my downtime and see some of the false allegations and assumptions about me having to do with her abduction would have me discouraged at times, but I didn't give up and kept my faith. So he also just says, that she shouldn't have done that. It's caused his family a lot of pain and all of that. So, but yeah, it's
a part that we haven't touched on. Oh, I'm sorry, another Jay, go ahead.
I said, I just don't understand what she thought would have come up. Like, in her mind, what was the scenario after you went missing to try to get your ex back? I don't get that.
That ain't the first time they done had some problems and she tried to get that man back. She just,
I'm gonna get kidnapped.
I'm gonna get kidnapped this time.
You keep messing with me.
But also, like I said, we're about to close it out, but this is a good question. Is her career over?
I think it's damaged. I think it like anything else, it'll blow over. She'll probably have to kind of start smaller and rebuild, but I wouldn't say that it's over.
Yeah, because as soon as you see a Carlee Russell on the application, you're gonna be like,
and are they gonna take those letters?
Oh, because she is an AKA, huh? Yeah.
Dr. Carswell, she need to go to jail.
Leave her alone.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see how it pans out.
No, electric chair. Electric chair.
Guilty.
But just to kind of wrap this up, just read some of the comments. Courtney Ward said, definitely she'll have to change her name right now since the whole world knows who she is. So yeah, I don't know if changing her name would actually do anything because we know their face unless she
and their wig.
Maybe she could do like a pixie cut or something.
All right, so it's been great conversation tonight. It's 8:57 p.m., so we know that it's bedtime for some of us people. So we thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for your comments. Every comment. It has been a great conversation from Jamie Foxx to the Ryder Stray to the Bev to the Carlee Russell. We have more FMZ topics that will be coming your way. If you have a topic that you want to discuss, you can email us, DM us on Facebook or on Instagram. Let us know what's going on, and we would like to discuss it with you. And so, again, follow us on all social media. Follow us on Facebook, The Framily Agenda, Instagram. Hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube right now. Click that subscribe button. Hit that bell so you'll know when we're going live or when there's a video posted. And yeah, we appreciate y'all. You got anything for us, creator?
No, I love y'all. Thank y'all. This platform is expanding. The Framily Agenda is doing big things. Tune in. Framily Fridays are coming back. Just stay tuned to our Instagram and our YouTube to get our next show date for Framily Agenda. We're so excited about what's to come. Thank y'all for tuning in. We love y'all. Bye.
Good night.